Decide with great precision and unshakable confidence that you know whatever it is you want to manifest is already yours, and nothing can convince you otherwise. The fundamental flaw in how the average person interacts with reality is that they approach the world as a desperate beggar. They spend their entire lives trapped in a perpetual state of yearning, constantly projecting their desires into some distant hypothetical future. They vocalize phrases like, "I want to be wealthy," "I want to be successful," or "I hope to be healthy one day." But when you utter the words, "I want," you are actively screaming to your subconscious mind and to the entire universe that you currently lack that very thing. You are validating your own poverty, confirming your own weakness, and anchoring your identity to a state of deficiency. You cannot attract what you do not embody. If your internal language is rooted in wanting, your external reality will remain rooted in waiting. To shift the very fabric of your existence, you must completely eradicate the language of desire and replace it with the absolute, unyielding decree of ownership. You must radically shift your vocabulary right now to reflect this state of total conquest. Stop saying, "I want to be wealthy," and begin stating with absolute grounded authority, "I am wealthy." The concept of wealth must become an internal state of being long before it ever manifests as numbers on a digital screen. When you look at the physical world, do not say, "I want that Rolex Daytona." Look at it and declare, "I have a Rolex Daytona. It is already woven into the timeline of my destiny." When you visualize your ultimate freedom, do not wish for the private jet or the Rolls Royce, as if they are far-off fantasies. Your internal decree must be, "I possess that private jet. I own that Rolls Royce." This is not shallow arrogance or empty daydreaming. It is the deliberate calibration of your frequency. You are stepping into the exact character of the man who commands those assets, altering your biology, your posture, and your daily execution to match the weight of that reality. This level of unshakable precision requires a total, violent restructuring of your daily standards. You cannot speak the words of a king while living like a peasant in the dark. If you claim, "I am a multi-millionaire, I am a titan of industry," but your physical room is a chaotic mess, your diet is composed of processed garbage, and your eyes are bloodshot from binging cheap digital dopamine at 2 a.m, your whole life is a comical delusion. True manifestation is the absolute alignment of your identity with your actions. The man who possesses an elite reality is a man who treats his current, unglamorous environment with an intense, fanatical discipline. When the alarm cuts through the silence of the morning, he does not negotiate with his feelings. He doesn't lie there wishing he could stay comfortable. He moves with the automatic cold precision of a machine because his identity commands instant compliance from his flesh. Look at the collective herd with absolute clarity. Most people walk through life looking completely uncalibrated, mentally checked out, and physically soft. They behave like passive spectators in a movie they didn't write. They wander through grocery stores and offices looking like inflated bags of Doritos, entirely controlled by their base impulses, completely blind to their own potential. They are waiting for something outside of themselves to come and save them, waiting for the economy to change, waiting for luck to strike. You must reject that broken, passive blueprint with every single fiber of your being. True confidence is never a shallow emotion you pump up by shouting affirmations in a mirror. It is an undeniable mountain of raw proof built in the dark when absolutely nobody's looking. It is the unshakable certainty that you have consistently executed your directives when you are at your absolute worst. You cannot fake a dominant, disciplined biology. When a man has completely eliminated the cheap vices, When he has mastered his sexual energy, guarded his attention, and cleaned his internal temple, it shows up in his presence before he ever opens his mouth to speak. It is woven into the density of his muscle tissue, the clarity of his skin, and the unshakable weight of his aura. When you walk into a room holding the absolute conviction that your victory is already a historical fact, the atmosphere shifts completely. The people around you can instantly sense the heavy, unvarnished weight of your energy. They can tell that this is a man who does not look for validation, a man who does not compromise on his standards, and a man who has already claimed his crown in the spiritual realm. That presence cannot be bought, inherited, or manufactured by an expensive suit. It can only be earned through total self-conquest. The path of complete obsession is inherently, brutally lonely, and you must learn to take an immense, stoic pride in that isolation. The masses are terrified of absolute focus because it serves as a blinding, painful spotlight on their own deep-seated laziness. They will consistently try to pull you back down into the shallow mud of conformity. They will invite you to the parties, offer you the distractions, and tell you that you are taking things too seriously, that you need to relax. Cut those anchors away without a single millisecond of hesitation or guilt. Let the crowd waste their youth and dull their minds in transient amusements. While they are celebrating nothing, you are constructing everything. Let your absence be heavy, and let your silence speak volumes. Your separation from society is the ultimate indicator that you have finally chosen the path of greatness. You cannot run with the pack and expect to lead the race. We must completely dismantle the modern delusion of balance. The icons who carved their names deep into the bedrock of human history did not live balanced lives. They were entirely possessed by a singular, unyielding obsession. They accepted absolutely nothing less than total victory in their chosen domain. They understood that to divide their attention was to guarantee mediocrity. You must adopt that exact same fanatical devotion. Treat your life's work as a sacred warfare that requires every ounce of your physical, mental, and spiritual currency. When you are truly one with what you want, your goals cease to be things you are trying to reach. They become the very air you breathe. You eat for the vision, you sleep for the vision, you train for the vision, and you guard your attention with a savage, unrelenting intensity. If a thought or action does not actively propel you toward your peak, it is an obstacle that must be violently discarded. The slate of time demands constant, fresh proof of your commitment. The world does not care about what you pulled off last week, last month, or last year. Your past trophies are nothing but dust if you are sitting on the couch right now. You have to step onto the battlefield with a ferocious hunger to earn your position all over again, completely refusing to coast on yesterday's momentum. Wake up every morning with a sense of aggressive, absolute urgency. Stop letting the weakest part of your brain dictate how you interact with reality. Raise your standards to an elite level and refuse to tolerate a single molecule of weakness within your borders. Fall in love with the friction, hunt the heavy lifting, and treat your life as a sacred mission of absolute conquest. Look brutally at your current execution right now. Identify every single area where you are still using the language of a beggar, where you are still allowing degeneracy to find a foothold because you are tired or stressed. Burn those bridges today. There are no small concessions on the road to greatness. Every single micro-decision is a high-stakes vote for either your ultimate elevation or your slow, systemic destruction. You are the sole author of your own epic, the absolute commander of your own fate. Do not dare to leave this earth without showing reality what you were truly capable of achieving. Lock in your focus. Silence the noise of the crowd. Train your mind to be absolute. Forge your body into steel and keep your soul completely aligned with your highest purpose. Step into the identity of the man who already owns it all. Execute your directives with ruthless precision and command your reality until the world has no choice but to bend to your will.